Breaking news. The city of New Orleans got engulfed up into flames. A small little brush fire turned into a massive wildfire that spread across the entire city of New Orleans. The hospital and multiple homes had to be evacuated. Everybody got out safely. There was no injuries that we heard of. So far, we have multiple fire departments and multiple firefighters went out to combat the flames. We have a photo here from the fire helicopter trying to put out some flames here. Multiple fires were reported taking down homes, and sadly, some homes did burn, but the majority was okay. A lot of smoke went up into the air and could be noticed from miles around the city of New Orleans. Police ordered an evacuation from once it started to spread heavily. They decided to do an evacuation just for safety measures. Good thing they did so, since the entire city went up into flames. Firefighters were not fast enough to respond, since everything was dry, and wind picked up and everything just went up engulfed into flames. The fire is put out now. Everybody came back, and everything seems to be normal except from all the trees that are burnt and some homes that are burnt. When kids learn to drive, an 8-year-old kid decided to take driving lessons with his father. Deputy Dan was the officer that initiated the traffic stop onto the vehicle to find out there was an 8-year-old in the driver's seat. The dad told the 8-year-old to take off with the vehicle and then drive into the river. So this happened around. It was later. He drove around for a while and then they ended up coming into the county, and then crashing into the river. Here we have some multiple officers on the ground that you can see. We have some up on the bridge there. Afterwards, the 8-year-old found a gun that was dropped, and then started shooting at officers and popped the tire of a police cruiser. Then Officer Deputy Dan opened fired on the 8-year-old. The 8-year-old is now deceased. The court says that the shooting was justified and no legal action was taken on to Officer Dan. The father is now in prison for public endangerment. Also, other charges that we do not know at this time. We're going to have more information coming up on that later on, hopefully. And, yeah. Otherwise, the driver of a vehicle lost control of the vehicle, then drove into the river. Then, by the time that police arrived to the scene, the vehicle was already half full, and the driver started drowning. Luckily, that police were successfully able to get the 3-year-old out of the vehicle. The 3-year-old did have water in its lungs. Once arrived to the hospital, they were successfully able to take out of the water. But sadly, he only had one parent, and that parent sadly is now deceased. But the 3-year-old did survive, but the father did not. So if you are wanting to take care of a 3-year-old child, you can contact Mr. Devon in Discord. And he's now in Child Protective Services and foster care at this time. If you do want to take care of a 3-year-old, feel free to send a DM, and we will then contact the Child Protective Services, and you'll be able to be registered to take the child into foster care or to adopt the child. So that is everything that we have so far. Thank you for watching this news broadcast.